Hello everyone, welcome to my BookTube Day 1 update. I'm going to try and get through this with as little need for editing as possible because I want to get back to my books. I plan on staying up late tonight and then waking up early tomorrow morning. I didn't get quite as much reading done today as I would have hoped because I did have to go to work, but I'm not too disappointed in what I've gotten done so far. And to start off this episode, I'm actually going to do the video challenge that has been set forth for day 1, which is what are the top 3 books that you have enjoyed that have been introduced to you through BookTube. First book on the list, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I just have the book cover because I am lending my copy out to my best friend. I enjoyed this book so much that I have actually had caused 3 people to read it at this point. Heather, my best friend, has not actually started it yet, but once she does, that will make 4. Book number 2 on the list, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I got this book because one of my favorite YouTubers said that it was her favorite trilogy, and so I went and found it on the shelf and bought it. Shortly after, I took my weekend off from work and I read it in 2 days. I liked it that much, and I will get around to doing a video review for it as soon as I finish rereading it, because while the plotline is not confusing, the fact that it is so completely different from everything that I have read before makes it hard to do a video review over it. I did, however, absolutely love the book. And book number 3 on the list, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Everyone on YouTube seemed to have loved this book, so I got it, and it's not quite as good as everyone made it out to be, but it is nonetheless a fantastic book, and I really do look forward to reading the rest of the series as soon as I get some money. Alright, so that completes the video challenge portion of this video. All that is left is for me to tell you what I have read today on this Monday, day 1. I started off with my book with pictures. It's from the Anita Blake series by Laurel K. Hamilton. It is Guilty Pleasures. I have read all of the full written books by Laurel K. Hamilton for the Anita Blake series. I was given this from a friend, a coworker. I read it last night. It took me about 2 hours. It was 168 pages. And it followed the book very well. It was nice to see some of the characters come to life, including Jean-Claude. Some of the artwork in this is fantastic. The one that they used for the beginning of every chapter was my favorite, and then they extended it in the back. You have all these creepy were-hunters and zombies because Anita brings the dead back to life. You have were-rats, werewolves, and then there's a leopard back here. It's all dark and creepy, but entirely detailed, and it was my favorite artwork from the book. And then when I finished that last night at 2 o'clock in the morning, I picked up the Lockwood & Co. book number 1, The Screaming Staircase by Jonathan Stroud. It has a very similar feel, of course being written by the same person, to the Bartimaeus trilogy. The only thing with it is that there is no Bartimaeus. There is no extremely sarcastic character, and that was my absolute favorite part of the Bartimaeus trilogy. Nonetheless, I am more than halfway through it in less than a day. I read 231 pages from this book. And as I did have to walk to work, and then during my breaks I had to do some walking around, and it's harder really to read a book and walk around, I have the audio version of Sabriel. Sabriel is on my phone. I listened to it, and I listened to 1 hour and 4 minutes total today, which actually put me at the start of chapter 3. So I read 48 pages of Garth Nix's Sabriel. It is my 3rd or 4th time reading this book, and I'm remembering why I love this series so much. The way that you look at the worlds of the dead in this book, it's really and truly beautiful, and it's fantastically written. I'm remembering just how much I loved it. Alright, that is it from my update. All that is left is the total page count for the day is 447 pages. I will see you tomorrow with my next update. Bye. Happy reading.